Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is really exciting because I'm going to do my very first thrift flip, and not only that, this was actually my very first time I went thrift shopping, and after a lot of hours, I was finally able to pick up a few pieces that I really loved that I am going to have to do some alterations on and kind of adjust it a little bit. But overall, I'm really excited with what I got, and I'm going to show you guys what I got first, and then we're going to get to the flip part of it. So let me just show you what I got. So first up is this Nike shirt. It has these stripes that kind of make it feel like an old school jersey aesthetic to it, which I love, and the color is super nice. As of right now, this fits me like an oversized shirt, which is definitely a look, and I might crop it later on, but for this video I'm just gonna leave this as is. Next up is this Miami shirt, and again, it's like an old school feel to it. The graphic, the color, I love the color so much. This like electric blue. It's super summery. This one's a little long on me, so I'm just gonna have to go ahead and crop it. And other than that, I'm not gonna do much else to it. I cannot wait to wear this. I might have to wait till next summer, but I'm really happy with this one. Next, I have this blouse. It's fairly simple, but I love it because I could dress it up and dress it down, whichever I'm in the mood for. But the sleeves do have this elastic, so it kind of puffs a little bit, which is cute. It gives it a little bit of extra something. And yeah, I just really love this one. This one fits perfectly as is, so that's great. I don't really have to do anything to it. And yeah, I'm really happy with this one. Okay, this next blouse, I was debating whether or not to get it because I love the design. I love the roses. It looks so pretty, and I love the fabric. It's nothing like I have in my closet. It's polyester, but it looks like ruffled. Like, I don't know. I really love that, but I do not like how it looks on me, and I'm not sure how I'm going to adjust this or flip this to make it something cute that I like. We're gonna definitely have to figure something out for this, but overall I loved it and I could not leave it behind. This next blouse, I definitely have to make an adjustment because it's a little bit snug in the bust area. I do have a plan on how I'm going to fix that. I'm just hoping that it looks good in the end and that I do it right, but we'll see. This one's, again, a pretty simple blouse that I could dress up and dress down. I really love the two buttons going along the middle here, so that's why I ultimately got this shirt, even though it does need a few adjustments, but I just couldn't let it go because overall it was a really cute shirt. Okay, for this next piece of clothing, I definitely had fall in mind because fall is just around the corner and I do not have a flannel in my closet. So I picked this one up. And I love the color. That was the main thing that drew me to it. It's that orangey color that I love. It reminds me of the fall. And I do not know if I'm going to crop this or just leave it as is, because I kind of like the idea of using this as kind of like a cardigan, but then I also like the idea of it being cropped. So I'm still on the fence about it. I do not know if I'm going to go through with cropping the flannel, but either way, I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to wear this for the fall. Last but not least is this beautiful jean jacket. You have no idea how much I've wanted a jean jacket. And what I love about this jean jacket is that it has this sort of elastic band in the back where it stretches. So what's great about that is if I want to wear it closed, it'll fit nice and snug, and then if I open it and wear it open, it kind of cinches in the back. So I really love that, and I hadn't seen that in any other jean jacket. And the material is nice and heavy and thick, and I love the color, and I'm just super happy with this. I finally have a jean jacket in my closet, and I could not be happier. So that's gonna do it for the haul portion of this video, and next I'm gonna go and do the flipping and adjustment parts and hope that I do not mess up. So I started by putting on the shirt and pinning where I want the link to be, and then I drew a line of where I was going to cut the shirt. I folded it in and I pinned it securely so the new hem wouldn't move, and I give myself a seam allowance for when I sewed the shirt. and after many attempts I finally got a straight stitch across the shirt. This was my very first time sewing something, anything, and I'm actually really proud about how it turned out. The inside, I cut the excess fabric. It's a little bit messy, but regardless, I'm really proud of this result. And you might not notice too much of a difference in the length of the shirt, but it's a big difference for me, and I'm really proud for how it turned out for my very first time sewing something. So for this blouse, I started by folding in the fabric on the left-hand side and pinning it down to secure it. And my idea is that once I have that all secured, I'm going to fold it over and you'll have this seam down the middle, and this way it'll give me extra room in the bust area that I needed while still keeping the symmetry intact for the shirt, and it'll basically look like this, and I still really like the design. For the button, I'm going to put on the shirt, and then where the holes are on the left hand side, I'm then going to mark it evenly on the right hand side. This way the buttons will line up perfectly to the holes on the left side of the fabric. And after I'm done with that, the buttons will look like this. I used white buttons so it could blend a little better. On the left hand side of the fabric, I secured it on the bottom, and I decided to go ahead and secure the fabric a little bit better by sewing the edges of where the buttonholes are to the buttons that are on the left hand side of the fabric, and it secures the fold on the left hand side. And this is how the finished blouse looks on the floor, and this is how it is on. As you can see, the bust area is not as tight anymore, and it's still very even and very symmetrical, and I'm really proud on how this one turned out too. For this black blouse, I decided to do quite a bit alterations. I started off by hemming the bottom of the shirt like I did with the Miami shirt. I pinned it where I wanted the length to be, and then I went ahead and folded it in and pinned it across. Now for the collar, I decided to get rid of the collar and make it more into a V-neck type of blouse. And so I decided to fold all that in and then pin it down securely of how I wanted the V. This is how the hem of the blouse turned out. This was a bit easier the second time around, and I cut off the excess on the bottom as well as the top. This is how the collar looks like now, and this is how the stitching looks for the V-neck. I think it looks pretty good for my first attempt at a V-neck. For the sleeves of the blouse, I decided to go ahead and do a gather stitch, which was also my very first time trying that, and I secured it off with a button, and I think it adds a little bit more texture to the blouse. And this is a close-up of how the V-neck looks like. I really love how this blouse turned out. I think it looks way better now, and I'm really happy. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my very first thrift haul / thrift flip, and I hope this inspired you guys to take a look at your wardrobe and see things that you want to alter in your wardrobe or that you want to change up a little bit to make it more your style, because listen, this was my first time sewing and I don't think it was that bad. So if I could do it, you guys could definitely do it too. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao!